Hello everyone, welcome back to How Farms Work. Today I'm standing next to my 30-acre cornfield, which was entered into the yield contest. We've been working on the lower side of this field since yesterday, but unfortunately this field we aren't going to be entering into the yield contest because of how it's been yielding so far. And in order to enter the yield contest, you have to have someone here to watch you harvest it. Unfortunately, we're really trying to push to get as much done as we can this week, and we really don't want to get delayed. We could just take the equipment all back home, but that would take coming back up here to finish harvesting, and it's kind of tedious to do. So we figured that we're just gonna say forget it for this year, which is fine because this field did suffer some yield damage, which did hurt the yield on the lower side. This upper side, it's still really good. But it's still not quite as good as I would have liked it to be. We're waiting for the truck to come back right now, and Dad's out there harvesting it. When I was riding with him, it was yielding about 225, 230, but the average of the whole field just really depends on really this last bit of corn that we have standing here that was entered into the yield contest, because before Dad started harvesting, the whole average of the field was like 189, which isn't all that good, especially when it should have yielded much better than that. So we're sitting around waiting for the truck to come back. Actually, Travis just got full, so Dad hopefully has a little bit more time to harvest some more corn, so that way we can max out the truck, and he can take as much as he possibly can. Better up here then?
200.
Alright, so I just gave Dad the boot, kicked him out of his chair, and said, my turn. The test plot, or I should say the plot that was going to be entered into the yield contest, is actually yielding pretty good. I don't believe it would have been enough anyway to really justify going through the time of hauling away a load to the scale, weighing it, and then bringing it back and messing around with the auger trying to get it back on the semi. So we just said screw it. What we're going through right now is yielding about 215. Moisture's been running pretty high. Right now it's running 24, but it's pretty believable because if you look back at the corn, I guess you can't see it right now, but it's not flowing very well. And if you look at the corn stalks themselves, they still have a lot of leaves on them. Giving me one last hoorah. All right, let's assess the damage. Here's the whole field. Now, to my surprise, these, I don't know what we call them, these thumbs, they actually yielded higher than what it did up here, which is kind of surprising because typically it yields higher up, or it yields more with the higher elevation. So, but we are done with the whole thing. This says it was 32.8 acres, but we don't have the RTK globe on right now. They're waiting for me, but I want to go through the summary here first. All in all, this field, we averaged 4.6 acres an hour, 7 hours to do so. Average speed of 2.5 miles an hour. So here are the totals for the whole field. You can see here are our different varieties that we put down. You can see the yield difference in each of them. So it looks like the best was the AgriGold 6499 with kickstand. Some of you who've been watching for longer may remember us putting down the kickstand. However, the moisture was also the highest there. So, our driest was the 5808 with Rapidity, Pacer, and kickstand, 19%. And it looks like our average yield across the field was 186, much below my desired 205. And I'm definitely going to get docked for the moisture. But, only thing left to do now is hope that the yield monitor is wrong. But that field of beans that I got with this probably has to yield at least 50 bushels the acre, and I'm not totally sure if I'm too confident in that happening. But all we can do is wait and see. Last year I was surprised by the beans. I think last year my average was like 75 or 72, which was pretty good. We're all done with my 30-acre cornfield now, so they're going to head up to the bean fields that we're considering doing tomorrow, considering if the weather works out, which it should. I haven't heard anything bad. And I'm gonna go home and VT down at Travis's place. So hopefully tomorrow we can go and harvest some more beans. I'd like to get them out fairly soon because they've been glooming and dooming, saying that, you know, snow is right around the corner. So just like to have that done. I'm kind of worried about what the bean moisture is going to be as well, because we went up there and checked earlier this week, and I did the crunch test on the beans, and they were kind of like green beans. So I don't know, hopefully they've dried out by then. Dad said that we really shouldn't have to worry, but you know, we'll just see. This year is just kind of like a, well, we've been expecting this, knowing that crop prices weren't going to be the best and all. So oh well. I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna work on our next surprise. Stay tuned for our next video. I think you guys may like it quite a bit. That's all I can really say. If you've been following us on Snapchat and Facebook, you know what I'm talking about. So stay tuned, guys. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All How Farms Work. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell us what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching.